Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bringing out the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the taste. Hurry up, no common list. You know we love it, the sacred thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Live at the Secret Stash. I am one of 3 hosts. My name is Michael Zapsik. I'm going to introduce my little brother here, Russell Cosby.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
You know
Okay.
what? Or I can call you. Summer Vacation.
I'm down with summer vacation.
Summer Vacation, no class.
I walked right into that one.
Right?
Damn, and you were happy about it.
You could have just been like standing right here with a pie, and you walked right into it.
Right in.
That's awesome. And right here, the lovely and talented Julia Zapsik.
Hello. What's up, dude? Hello. For those who are actually wondering, my name is Christian Cordes.
It is. He is Christian Cordes. And why are you wearing that funky Russell-looking hat?
Because, you know, I'm celebrating Fat Albert because I felt like it.
That ain't it.
That ain't it. Got a new look.
Look at this! What? And you didn't do the springy voice.
Nah, but I like
We promised a big deal, and we actually
There
have
you
2
are.
big reveals tonight. This is one of both Christian-centric,
Yeah, I needed a
and this
new.
is one, yes.
Yeah, I needed a new look. You guys have no idea, but the hair that I had before, like it actually had weight to it. Like there were moments like sometimes if I ever did this show tired, you'd probably find clips of me like leaning forward, like, oh crap, the neck's getting heavy. Fuck this hair. But yeah, no.
Now, does it feel kind of weird when you put your head on the pillow, though?
No,
Like-
it feels amazing.
Oh, it feels good.
It
Okay.
feels so good. Like, listen, this is free.
You know what you should do?
Really? So you're loving it?
I love it.
Oh, that's great. It looks great.
Thank
That's
When
awesome.
you drive home tonight,
Yeah.
just stick your head out the window. Oh, wow. It really. And it's
full Labrador.
Yeah, go full Labrador.
All right.
Now, when you walked in,
Never go full Don Knotts, but you can
you
go
walked
full
in for the cut because you had someone cut it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you walked in, did you know exactly what you wanted? Did you sit down in the chair and say, "Listen, do this," and they did it, or did you sort of have a consultation and say, "Listen"?
So-
Or did you go to a barbecue? You're like, all right, I'm gonna light the grill now.
Yeah, pretty much. So actually, I went to Engelbert Humperdinck, and he cut my hair, and he took the hair to make a hair doll. It's a voodoo thing.
Oh
but-
no! Wait.
Never ever give him.
You're not.
Never give
You're
Engelbert
fucking with me, right?
any-
Yes,
anything.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Did you guys see the look in her face?
I
She was like,
thought
"Are you
fucking
kidding me?"
lightheaded and stuff like that. I'm like, holy fuck.
He flew out to Vegas and had Engelbert
Yeah,
Humperdinck
no, I
on
flew out to
stage.
Vegas just for this haircut. No.
Got on stage,
No,
cheered him like a fucking
Respect, man. You
Lamb.
know?
not
I
Mark
was like,
Lamb.
Damn.
no. But I knew I wanted something like this for a little while. I just didn't know if I could do it.
Okay.
Because like if I did this, walked out and looked at myself in the mirror and realized it didn't work, I would have went just full on like shit.
Yeah, just did a whole bus thing. Yeah.
But the fact that this kind of worked and it allowed me to leave some room to kind of style and have some fun
I
with
like
it.
that. Yeah.
What's really funny was when I came home after getting the haircut, I styled it in a way and I walked out of the bathroom and my mom was like, oh, and I was like, what's wrong? She's like, just
Aww.
That
like,
is
it looked like in a really cool way. And then I was like, no, wait. And I pulled up one of his like early like promo photos.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Really.
Yeah. So if anybody's making a PM Dog Bob, call me. I'll play my dad.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long has it been since you? Because I mean, ever since I've known you, you wore your hair the same way.
Yeah.
This is the way you wore your hair. So this
That's
is
5 years.
This is outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. So have you done something like dramatic like this?
Not
No.
ever really. I
Okay.
mean, the most dramatic is either growing it out or cutting it.
Okay.
For years, like throughout almost most of high school, I rocked longer hair. And then sophomore year, I was like, time for a change. I want girls to pussy, so I cut the hair and rocked really short hair for a while, a whole new look. But then I kind of got used to that.
Mhm.
And then film school, along with just life, I was just like, you know what? Let's throw it out. What does that look for me at 25 look like?
Okay.
And it was fun. It's just that type of hair is a lot of it.
And are those new glasses?
Yes, it's new glasses too.
Oh,
So
okay.
hold on,
You're just
hold
like a shiny new
Hold on.
happy
Come
bird.
here. You don't think Christian's turning into a fucking suit on this dude?
Yeah, he's turning
got a
into a
new
fucking
haircut.
suit.
Yeah,
Actually,
guys, so
no.
surprise! I got hired by Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
the new. I'm the
Hold
new
No, I
kid.
honestly think that Charlie Rivera is subtly making you do all these things. Like, you know what, Christian, you should get a new set of glasses. We should get that fade going. You know what? And then now, if I pull up a picture of Charlie, look just like that. And,
It's not by Odin's fate.
No.
Stop it!
You're a horrible
Stop
human.
it!
Jesus.
Yes, Mel.
That's
That's-
not only racist, but bad writing.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm very surprised two more people brought that
I
back.
know,
That was
yeah.
kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it was
10 out of 10.
So.
Negative
It's
10
been,
out
it's
of
been
10.
a long time since we've gone back to that. So every once in a while.
I'll give it a week before the glass. Mind your fucking business, Angle.
Before what? Before what?
He says I'll give it a week before the glasses are broken.
Oh,
Leave me
I-
alone.
I give it a
those
week.
glasses are hot though. I like them.
I give it
I like them.
a week before he makes you an offer on the broken glasses.
And
You gonna use those
has
broken
he
glasses?
has he DM'd you yet to ask you if you really do have any hair left over that he can
Yeah, can I
have?
have that?
I can either comment on that, confirm or deny. It's a very weird conversation.
It is very, very strange. But
Voodoo's a magic I do not recommend practicing.
yeah,
Kids. Don't do voodoo. Don't go full down nuts.
and thank you, Mark Lamb. Yes, I am quite generous. So that's just
A week, that's very good. Y'all are something else. Like, I can keep glasses longer than that. Maybe
No,
2 weeks.
no. Mine was about the over reaching out.
Yeah. Sold the hair. Looking sharp. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, Charlie.
So,
I'm telling you, though,
yeah,
one of these days I'm gonna be like, Christian, there's something subtly different about you, and it's not just the hair and the glasses.
what do you
And he's
mean?
gonna be like, what are you talking about, Mike?
He drives off in his Ecto-1.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, Christian's real fucking different.
yeah, it's just.
But how did this all get tied in? Because right before we went live, we were trying to figure out how we got from everything else we were talking about to Fat Albert.
No, then we just started off with Fat Albert.
Then we
Started
just, and
off
then we
with
just
Fat
felt like,
Albert.
well, let's just start there.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
you actually have a pretty cool story about Fat Albert.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when we were planning the joke ahead of time, Mike looks at me and was like, "You look like Russell from Fat Albert." And my problem
with his hat on.
when you do put it's kind of there,
Yeah,
and I don't mind it.
it's a little on the nose,
It is
man.
a little on the nose, but it is hilarious. But when we were planning that out and just talking about Fat Albert, it reminded me of a dope story. I don't even know if I've shared on this show, but I surprised you with it.
Oh, you've never told that on this show.
So I'll share it with y'all.
Please do.
Three
So
big reveals.
they
tonight by
had
Christian Rivera.
been planning the Fat Albert movie for a very long time, up
Yes.
until the version we finally got. And when moving on, when
It was the version we got, not the version we deserved.
yeah, not the
Okay?
version we deserve.
Really
When I
was.
tell you about this, it's the truth. So one of the iterations that was in development with Fat Albert was a version that was to be directed by Forrester Whitaker, and allegedly his version was a East Coast meets West Coast hip hop fusion celebration where all the Fat Albert Cosby kids were played by hip hop stars.
That is so awesome.
And when I heard that, I was like, that sounds amazing. Who thought that would, that's such a good idea? Why don't we have that? The suits, essentially.
Of course.
It's always the suits.
But
But one of the cool things about this version,
there you are.
my dad was offered the lead role of playing Fat Albert. And he actually turned it down because he didn't consider himself an actor. But I do think that they asked him at the wrong time. I think that if they had asked him maybe a little bit later in life, I think my dad would have explored
That would have been
Which,
awesome.
yeah. Can you imagine how dope that soundtrack would have been?
That would have been
And-
amazing.
What did I say? I thought that Snoop would have been a great fucking. You would have been a great Rudy.
Like the
Or
idea-
how about Weird Harold? You got to get someone with buck teeth. That's Weird Harold.
Oh my god, old dirty bastard and
Yeah.
Mushmouth. Oh my god, the
man.
hypothetical of that movie makes me like the Fat Albert movie we got. It's sort of-
Yeah, but it makes you want to go out and make a fucking an old radiator
Yeah.
into
It makes you want to go
box.
play in a junkyard, which
Again, I worked at a landfill, and not a place that you really want kids hanging out. There are bags of blood and hypodermic needles and
it's
all
not
that.
as fun as they
No.
make it out in these
No.
cartoons. It
No.
never is.
Hospital waste. You really don't want kids throwing used tampons at each other. You really don't want that. So it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
So I mean, the junkyards were a little bit different than like a landfill, but not by much. So gross.
No.
And
I think-
sludge. This is shit that they got out of people's septic tanks.
and it
and-
goes to the
and it goes-
junkyard.
it goes to the
It goes.
junkyard.
It goes to disgusting
It-
plant. Like.
It goes
what
over.
do you-
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you think is going to happen? But why was there such a specific time back in the day where cartoons were like, yeah, let's go hang out in the junkyard?
Yeah, right.
Like, that just seems horrible. Landfill versus Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Our landfill. Remember the movie?
Oh yeah, that's pretty badass.
Toxic Avengers, what, 2 or 3 is coming out soon?
That's what's a
the
reboot.
reboot.
The reboot for Toxic
Or
Avengers.
allegedly it's a requel. So it's like a remake sequel.
What does that mean?
Remake sequel.
Does that mean that they're making the same film over again? But
It's Peter Dinklage playing the Toxic Avenger, so I'm on board.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
that's gonna be
they did share like a silhouetted picture of him, and it's kind of hilarious because you know it's Peter Dinklage, so it's awesome. But it's Peter Dinklage, so it's the short little Toxic Avenger.
But
It's Toxic Junior.
Just throwing a huge shadow.
Yeah.
So that is pretty cool. So yes, we're gonna answer a couple of questions that you people have been asking. Cool stunts or practical jokes here today. Not quite sure what you're talking about. I didn't know.
Do we do stunt work?
I've never done stunt work here.
We could start. Hi, I'm Christian Cortez, and welcome to Jackass.
There you go. And we
Flip
can
the table.
flip the table. And yes, that is that's a Funko Pop kind of. So no, we can't officiate. No.
What?
But you can.
I can, yes.
And you can too, can't you?
I can. A
That's
total gag. Spent $20 and I was I'm now
Ordained.
ordained.
You are now ordained.
ordained. Which is
Pastor
still
Cortez.
yeah. I've never done it, but
Reverend.
I'll officiate a wedding. It'll be the most casual thing. Dudes and dudettes, we're gathered here today to unite these homies in holy matrimony.
You've never officiated one yet?
Not yet.
All right, cool.
Ooh.
I've done
I think there's
3.
a challenge out there.
I've done 3.
I've done
so I gotta
Yeah,
catch
you have
up.
to get to catch up. Yeah. So who's listening right now that needs to get married? Go find somebody. And
I'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll be
seriously.
hilarious.
Even if it's a goat.
is
you'll
it
do it.
totally legit?
I guess. I mean, I paid $20 for it.
Yeah, yeah.
This
yeah.
was like 5 years ago.
How much
so
did you pay to become a minister of
Mine
the
was
Universal
Church. But I went for the whole hog package. So
You-
I-
You got the
$100.
collar thing.
no, I got.
You got the car tag.
Yeah, I
you
got
can,
it.
like, you know,
I can park wherever the hell I
yeah,
want.
minister.
You
The
serious?
clergy, yeah. They gave me a clergy tag,
Yeah.
so I can go in there.
I gotta see if this is legit. But I just did it because I thought it's just the funniest. Like it's just random and funny to say. Yeah, I'm ordained. And then if you're drunk at the party, and then I start being like, "You're not pronouncing too bad." And they're like, "No, don't you dare do that."
I think there's paperwork involved.
There's
so don't worry
paperwork,
Don't worry,
but
folks,
drunk
sure.
people get very afraid.
Of course
It's
they do.
very funny.
Well, they get very afraid of commitment.
Oh yeah. I think we're getting Honky Tonk Man to officiate ours relatively soon. Honky Tonk
Well,
Man?
that's just
That-
that's
Oh,
a
no.
wrestler. He's a wrestler.
Oh, he's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler.
I'm not doing it to Engelbert. I see how it is.
Yeah.
I guess we're not friends no more.
Yeah. Put that hair back in your pocket. I'm not
Yeah,
mailing
seriously.
anything to him.
What?
You ain't getting none of that hair.
Yep.
Yes, do that.
Oh, yeah. You don't get to
Way
see
to go,
the hair.
Engelbert. You really hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
So-
It was on backwards.
That's better. Wasn't on backwards before.
Yeah,
So
no.
Peeing Dawn was nearly Fat Albert.
Yep. And with a version that I think would have been.
His carbon copy son is
I'm not playing Fat Albert.
he's not playing Fat Albert.
Nope.
No, but he is a minister. He's an ordained minister.
Yeah, so I'll marry you.
Yeah, so he'll marry
You
you.
can walk down the aisle to the Fat Albert theme song if you want. Like, I don't know if that's the thing you want, but we can make it happen.
Or the Sanford and
When
Son
did
theme
you,
song.
what were your 3 ceremonies? Were any of them at the staff?
No.
No.
No, not the legit ones. I officiated it. There were, yeah.
Hold on, of the 3 that you
No,
did,
no,
of the
no,
3
no,
that
no.
You did, like 2
No,
of
I-
them tanked
No, I
immediately?
did. No, there are 3 that are still married.
Okay.
2 of them are, and I did 2 renewal of their vows.
And then they called it quits.
They called it quits. That was weird. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
good. You're a good bet
So
for a
you-
first timer. But if you want to renew your vows,
I suck. Yeah. My track
unless
record.
you're looking for a
My,
reason to,
yeah, seriously. If
you
you're
know,
like,
yeah.
You're one and done. No renewal services.
Exactly.
I should do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be my whole thing. But
That's your shtick.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, that's the Fat Albert PM Dawn story. That's the brief connection.
I love
I
it.
would have loved. I do wish he had agreed to do it. I would have loved a reality where, like, even if the movie wasn't great, I'd be like, yeah, my dad was Fat Albert.
But that's not the reason why the movie didn't get made, right?
No,
No, it just kind of fell apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it usually happens that way. Plus, I would imagine
Well, now
having
that
to
you're half
wrangle.
suit with,
No.
so
like-
you could like greenlight your own shit now. Right?
Yeah.
But you also have to imagine, like, if that concept would have pushed through, having to wrangle all those people to make that movie would probably have been a movie in of itself.
Oh my God, that would have been the
That's true.
biggest.
The making of
Best.
Yeah.
Fat Albert.
Yeah, behind
Starring
behind the
Peeing Dawn.
music.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That would have been like
yeah.
a 6
A
year,
behind the music of the almost Fat Albert
6 seasons.
Oh, you could actually do that anyway.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
You know who was going to be cast in all the major roles, right?
movie. Well, I only knew Dad and like a hypothetical,
Oh,
and I was forced to win it. Like just imagining like what it could have been. It has always been fascinating to me because it's like that could have been like not only a monumental soundtrack,
Mm.
but like a movie that would be in the lexicon like Friday.
It sounds like maybe
Or
you have
Barbershop.
something to do. Maybe you need to make this movie.
That's how
In
we bring.
memory-
That's
in
how
memory
we
of your dad.
bring. That's how we. That's how we bring back Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Today.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't call it the Cosby Kids. Gotta be
Yeah,
something
we're
else.
not allowed
You
to.
can't do that. Where'd you get your glasses?
Walmart Kids.
Really?
Can we call them Fat Albert, the
See, 'cause I
non-rapey
have to
kid?
go. I'm going to go
There
to
we go.
Costco. I went and got an exam today. By the way, my eyes are in great shape. I got the eyes of 20 minutes.
In her
I can't see shit. But,
In her
you know,
pocket.
In my.
It's gross.
but
Are you
But-
judging me about voodoo?
but
you
the
got eyes in your pocketbook?
listen, but the place I went, right? It's a connected with Walmart. It's a like for the exam. But then when I went to buy the glasses, you know, they kind of do it that way. And anyone who's been to buy glasses, you'll understand what I mean. It's like they sit you down. They're like, oh, the frames are only blah blah blah. But and your exam is included if you buy 2. And then they bring out this sheet. It's like, well, the lenses are like $400 for the ones that don't suck, right? And then if you want anti-glare, it's another $30. If
They-
you want
they
blue
always
light
try
thing,
with
it's
that
another blah, blah.
bullshit.
So I'm like, wait a second. So my cheap glasses are going to cost me $670.
Yeah, if you want to get rid of all that, just go.
I'm like,
Like
shit.
it's
No,
it's so much
Concho.
easier.
Now, going to Walmart itself, probably, but I'm a Costco member, so I can get the same. I can get glasses with the non-reflective coating, blah 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 blah, for like $200. I'm like, that's exactly what I'm doing. But those are great looking. Walmart's got some great frames.
The only problem was
Let me see.
they wouldn't let me keep my old frames. Like I would have
They wouldn't let
definitely.
you keep them.
Giving them the envelope.
I would have totally like auctioned them off on you.
I would have been.
Hold on, they literally told you you
Yeah,
have to give us.
because they probably recycle them. They probably use them or either melt down
Well,
the
who
cereal.
cares? It's not like they can,
Yeah.
you know, they don't own your old frames.
I think it's because of the way my insurance is structured. Maybe that's it, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well,
I
these are
did
nice
always-
and light and everything. They look
That's
great.
so stupid.
I know.
Oh,
I was
we
a
don't
little
have the
mad-
same
I was a
prescription.
little-
We don't have the same prescription.
I was a little mad about that.
Yeah.
But- I've been in.
Ah! Okay.
I'm not that blind. Okay, maybe a little bit.
Jesus.
But speaking of
Good
lines,
looking, yes.
Mike,
Yes.
when you're right, you're right.
Yes. Oh.
Damn. Okay.
You know what? All right, Christian. I got a phone call from Christian yesterday, and whenever Christian calls me, it's a matter of some urgency. I always pick up like, "Oh shit, what's up?" Because usually it's
Yeah, usually it's important.
but
I'm gonna keep my head down. From
you go ahead. You pick your head up for God's sakes. Now, when I make a recommendation to somebody, I don't bullshit.
No.
I don't.
And you know what's crazy is I know this.
You know,
You recommended me the amazing The Time Stoppers movie,
yes.
which I freaking love.
And also Sicilian Vampire.
And Cecilia. Yes.
I do not recommend stuff that
Sucks.
or if it sucks.
If it sucks,
it
it's perfect.
sucks.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It
stuff.
sucks for a reason.
Yeah.
Time Chasers.
Cecilia Vampire.
Yes. It sucks in a beautiful way.
But this is not one.
No, this is not one of them that sucks at all. What are you going to tell them? Tell
Kids.
them out there. Look right in there.
If you haven't already, watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Kids, oh my God, have I not had fun like that watching a Star Trek show? Just, you know what? TV show. A hot minute.
I'm telling you.
Isn't it awesome?
I'm not gonna lie, since the
Dawn of Time.
well, yes, but since the ending of the Orville, I have felt a lack of science fiction content, at least in my realm, because it does take a little bit for me to get into it. I do love me some science fiction, but I like a particular kind of science fiction,
Yes.
and that is what Star Trek Strange New Worlds is for me. It's not serialized. They're little self-contained stories. I'm like, thank you for returning to what makes Star Trek great.
Mm-hmm.
This show is so good, Mike. Everything about it is great, and especially best Trek with Anson Mount.
Oh my,
And-
Oh my God. Well, yes.
So,
But
and-
every I mean, I don't know if you felt the same way. You know, like in ensemble cast, typically there'll be a couple of really like
standouts.
standouts, and then everybody else is they're like really good, or or I can put up with them for the sake of the rest of them.
And every single
But
person
I mean,
on this show,
every single
stands
person
out.
is like a fucking superstar.
every single person,
Every single person.
even the new characters, reinterpretations of the old characters.
Yes.
Wait till you get to season 2.
Let me talk to you. Okay. Homeboy that plays new Spock is so goddamn good.
Ethan Peck.
Ethan Peck, who he made me aware, Gregory Peck, family lineage. Holy shit.
Grandpappy. Yep. There's
oh my god.
the sorry.
I'm,
Bush.
I'm looking it up.
Christine
I'm looking
Bush.
it up right now.
No, it's
Do you know what
No,
this-
it's Jessie Bush. Jessie Bush, who is or Jess Bush. She plays Christina Chapel. She's
She does.
amazing.
She's
I
amazing.
gotta tell you,
The guy who plays Mabenga. Oh my God.
The Doctor.
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah.
He's holy. You're like, because wait until season 2.
Wait till they really develop his character. You're
Oh my
gonna
God.
freaking lose
Yeah.
it. And,
see,
yeah.
here's the love hate that I'm having with this show. I love everything about it.
Yes.
But here's the hate part. I do know Star Trek lore. And I know these characters don't last a specific amount of time because, for example, our good doctor character eventually does become replaced by Bones. All these people slowly start
But
to
you
morph out of the
You have
Enterprise.
10 years.
I know I have 10 years, but it's I want just this timeline to go on.
Okay.
Me too.
Can you imagine if these characters got to do the motion picture, The Wrath of Khan?
Yeah.
I
Are you kidding? This is.
But I think that if they did it well, they could absolutely make a movie with this cast because they're telling their own stories. Yes, it does. You can kind of glimpse into the future through some of the characters who do kind of cross over. But I mean, I just want to read the names of some of these people. You got Anson Mount, obviously, who plays Christopher Pike, Ethan Peck, who plays Spock, Melissa Navia, who's Erica Ortegas. She's phenomenal too.
Oh
Everybody's
yeah, I
phenomenal.
love her. She's
Celia
amazing.
Rose Gooding plays
Oh my
Biota
god,
Uhura, and
she is.
does
Horror.
a fucking fantastic job of setting up that character
Yes.
for Legend. You've got Melanie Scrofano, who's Captain Patel. She's like a kind of love interest person. You've got get back to where I was right now. Where is our oh yes, Babs. Oh god, I'm gonna butcher his name. I'm so sorry. Olusun Mokur is Dr. Mabenga. Amazing. I mean, just like you just keep going and going and going, and these people just keep that. Christina Chong is Han Nooney Soon.
Not Noonan Singh.
Noonan Singh.
Yes.
Rebecca Roman is number one. I mean, and they just
Romaine, like the lettuce.
Romaine.
Yeah.
Really, Romaine.
That's how you say her name. Her last name. Yes.
She shouldn't say it that
Romaine.
way. She should
No,
totally change it.
It's
to the
Rebecca
way I say
Romaine.
it. So okay, all
That's
right.
my girl.
I'm just saying. But I mean, yeah.
What is wrong with you, Rebecca Roman?
I'm so happy to hear you say that you fell in love with it. That
I-
makes me
oh
so.
my God,
It
like,
makes me so happy.
I told my again for the show, I couldn't save anything. I was so excited, but like I loved the first episode. I loved it. I adored it, but it wasn't the episode that sold me. It was the second, and it was
What about
literally a line of dialogue. It was a line of dialogue, and it was the opening of the show. The second episode is about them trying to stop a comet from destroying a planet. Then this comet has a force field around it. And then right before they cut to commercial or the intro, like, why does the comet have a protection shield around it? Yeah, right to the intro. And I was like, I'm in for this ride.
And the intro is amazing.
I
told Jules.
The
Dude,
intro, everything about this show
When
works.
the Enterprise like makes the loop and you hear that crescendo, and it gives me like goosebumps. Right now, I
Dude.
just had goosebumps.
It's so
It's-
good.
Because
And
you're
I
like,
love-
holy shit.
Can I just do a teeny tiny spoiler because it was on TV actually? So watch it, and eventually you'll get to the episode.
Oh yeah.
And when I first saw the promo for it, I'm like, this is gonna ruin it for me. It's gonna jump the fucking shark. I was so sad and depressed.
I'm like, already?
It was fucking ridiculously good. It was.
I mean,
this
I'm
show
not
has turned me
surprised.
into. This show has turned me into a person who can tolerate time travel. I don't say I like it. I can tolerate it in this context
Because it fixed so many things.
because it fixed so many things.
You guys understand,
All
like,
the-
you realize, like, I'm like, when you said that, I started shaking my boots. I was like, what?
You gotta fucking just
I will.
like.
I'll call you the
Yes!
minute I watch it.
I don't care
Oh, yeah,
what
you
time
will.
it is. 2:00 in the morning. Like fuck, it's Christian. You better watch the episode. I'll be answering. Hi, Christian.
Yeah. Oh,
What they say?
She lives with me. Yes, she does.
oh man. Oh, Jade, that's perfect. That's true. I'm not a musical guy. Scrubs will always rule. Their musical
That was-
episode is another
that
top
was-
tier one.
Yes, and so was Buffy.
And Buffy.
So was
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
This time, or once
There's-
more feeling
there's
was
a-
amazing.
There's some really good musical episodes of some specific
There are-
nerdy shows.
4 or 5, maybe.
Well, and we can't forget Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
I don't know if I count it as a musical.
I would not call that.
No, even though they have like the music.
No, they've got great music, but
Alright,
no, I
alright.
would not call it a music.
Do you
And
think-
yeah, seriously, you swear off.
So one thing that I also loved
Is the
about
audience
Are you
complaining
blocking-
about me
No.
swearing?
I don't think it's a
Fuck, no, I'm
complaint,
just
so.
no,
yes.
the-
Are you blocking them? Because if you're not blocking them, you're not.
Oh shit! No,
There-
I'm not. I'm falling down the
There's
job. I'm
one
sorry.
other thing that I love. Well, not there's a bunch. But one of the things that stands out to me about Strange New Worlds is, and this is the filmmaker, so not my Spielberg hat, is the modernization of the classic Star Trek style.
Yes.
Like they straight up took like the '60s designs, maybe tweaked them a hair,
Mhm.
and they look fantastic. It looks like the philosophy behind this show was let's shoot what Roddenberry wanted to shoot.
Yes, that's a
It's
great
like-
way to put it.
We had the technology back in 1966. Let's
This
do
is like everything about this. It didn't feel like we've seen modern Trek. We've seen where the current timeline is going. We know what that newer aesthetic looks like. This fits into that timeline so expertly. It's a wonderful, beautiful looking show.
What was the name of, I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm having such a hard time remembering it today. What's the pilot for Star Trek? The original.
It's called the Cage or the Menagerie.
The Menagerie. The
Was
Menagerie.
it the Menagerie?
So if you
Yes. The Cage was what they did later on in season 2.
one of the things that I'm loving most about watching the show, and if you watch the Menagerie in a while, like that pilot episode that launched the whole Star Trek.
I will now.
So without, I mean, it's not a spoiler. So, but the storyline there shows Spock, risking his entire career, breaking the
one rule, yes.
the prime directive, to get a very severely injured Captain Pike, who's basically confined. He can't.
What do you see?
What the future
Yes.
Pike?
The
Yes.
future Pike.
Which is what
To a
you
wheel-
have to
yeah,
see.
to a wheelchair.
You'll see what happens in Discovery when you watch seasons 1 and 2 of Discovery, and you're now watching season 3.
I love this.
But hold on, let me just wrap it up.
Okay.
So one of the things that pilot does is it lays out the characters, but even afterwards, and always for me, it's always sort of been but they never went into Spock's character and his relationship with Pike in the original series to really satisfy me as to why this character Spock would have risked his entire career and being
this one
imprisoned
person.
for this person. Like obviously they were close, and obviously you don't do that unless you have like a lot of respect and admiration for somebody. But Strange New Worlds, I mean, one of the sweetest, bittersweet things about it is you see exactly why this particular captain commands that type of loyalty.
Yeah.
And not only from Spock, but like and how they do that for each other. It's not just like Pike's the great captain, and everyone like is in love with him. Like you see
Yeah, but that's
the
also the thing.
characters loving and supporting each other, like at every level and every interaction. It's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, but that's also the thing you got to realize, that they're making Pike a character that, after so long, I am finally like, oh, I know him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had tried that a little bit in the reboot series to some success, you know what I mean? Like, it works, but to...
Like the Bruce Greenwood in the Star Trek movies with Chris Pine, you get to see Pike.
Yes.
And you're like, all right, here's this guy who's by the book. He's, filling in for Jim Kirk's dad. He didn't take Spock with him as his number 2. When he was in Star Trek 2,
Mhm.
when Into Darkness, he didn't take him. He's like, no, I'm not taking Spock. He's not my second in command.
Mhm.
But you know who is? You are, and you're my number 2 guy. So that's what happens, Kirk. And yeah, you're like, he's a pretty cool guy. He's giving Kirk a second chance. One thing that I loved about the Pike character, and we saw a touch of it in the Menagerie and the Cage,
Yes.
that whole thing, is that Pike was like one of the most decorated of starship captains.
You have a hint of a possibility of, like, what this dude could have been like. But in the original
Exactly.
show,
You got nothing.
they got
And then I was like, all right, so I'm a Kirk guy.
Yeah.
So growing up, Kirk, I'm Captain Kirk. And then Picard comes along. I'm like, Picard's all right. He doesn't hold the
Picard's
candle to-
cool. He's just cold.
Yeah, but you got Kirk, who's this guy who'll do whatever he needs to do to save his crew. So, and you're like, right, that's pretty cool. That's the guy you want on your side. And now, and then you see a Chris Pine Kirk, who's a guy who flies by the seat of his pants. And you're like, holy shit, that's a pretty cool version of him, because Kirk was always by the book. No matter what, he was always by the book. He followed the letter of the law.
Mhm.
Well, the letter of whatever it was. And Spock, oddly enough, was in the Cage when they did it as a 2-parter. He risked his entire career. He's the one who risked his entire career to go to Talos Ford and to bring Pike to them. And you're like, holy shit, that's pretty badass. That of all the guys on the Starship Enterprise, the biggest rebel is his number 2, his science officer, and his his first officer.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, that's really cool. Now you're looking at Pike. You get to see behind the scenes, and you get to see and you pointed this out to me, while Kirk and Spock were friends, they were peers. Pike was
Yes.
Pike was
Friend.
No, Pike was a substitute father when Spock needed him. When he was estranged from Sarek, and they went at it because Sarek wanted him to go to the Vulcan Academy. Spock went to Starfleet, and he's like, "Fuck this." He needed somebody to help guide him, and Pike was there.
Mhm.
Plus, he's a fucking chef. He's a fucking badass cook.
Oh, so you were like, I like this guy.
God damn.
He was like,
You know what?
he's like a chef who's a Star Trek captain. I'm in.
God
That's it.
damn, you fucking A right, I'm in.
But I can't express it enough to the point.
Oh no, it's not small
I
at
get it.
all.
I
It's
get it.
huge, huge.
I
I'm
get
not leaving you for him, but
You
No.
understand? That's a him.
yeah,
Answer.
he's a handsome man.
I'm just letting you know, I don't abide any competition.
There you go.
So-
And no, I am.
You're gonna have to.
And by the way-
out.
But there's also
No,
We go to
Yeah,
Vulcan.
no.
Do you
What I
use
also-
those cool
listen.
like Ponfar weapons?
No,
stuff
not-
like that.
What I also-
Cali feet.
Yeah, the
You're not.
Cali
No,
feet.
you're not doing the Cali feet.
What
Yeah,
I
I
also
would.
did-
I would. For you, I would.
It was what I also did was this new approach to a Star Trek captain.
Mhm.
Like we had seen Kirk be the manliest man. We had seen Picard be the manliest man. We had seen all these guys be the manliest man, whereas Pike just kind of goes with the flow, has an understanding of things, but seems to be a very empathetic
Yes.
character, which in a captain role is so cool.
Mhm.
Because it's like, you know what? Now, I can have a conversation with this dude and not feel like I'm going to get like the most like, yes, well, like I'm not going to get the Picard type of answer or like something that's very uppity
You're right.
or even
Picard-
crazy.
Picard's the intellectual.
Yeah.
Picard's like the intellectual manly man, and he'll lecture everybody about what their job entails and what he expects of them. And you got Kirk, who does Kirk. Kirk is like, I'm at the spearhead, and I need all you guys to fall in behind me. I'll lead the charge, but I need you guys backing me up. Whereas Pike brings out the best in everyone.
There you go.
And that's what a real captain does. He brings out the best in every one of his people.
And he empowers
Yeah.
and encourages everyone to do their best, to take ownership
Well,
of shit. which
yes.
is amazing.
I didn't question Mike. I procrastinated on watching Star Trek because there's so
Yeah.
much right now.
And there, but this is it. And I want you. Once you're done with this,
I
you
have to watch
you
the
have,
first 2 seasons
you have,
covered.
you have a treat. Yes.
Okay. Now that's also the thing that I'm like, how do I describe it? It's like, and I told you this in the beginning. Yeah, I would love to have seen. As much as I dig the movies, the 2009 Star Trek movie series fucks this all up for me.
Right.
Like that timeline.
That doesn't have to be a canon timeline.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's not the Riker. It's just Riker.
I love my show. I love this. But thank you so much for enlightening me. I feel welcome.
So now you're a Trekker. Or a Trekkie. Whatever the fuck you want to be called. I don't give a
I am a big fan of Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
I'm a fan of any good Star Trek because now that I have to wait for more Strange New Worlds, Jules and I went back to Enterprise.
Okay.
Star Trek Enterprise
With,
Scott Bakula.
Yes.
I love Scott Bakula. I am a huge fan of Scott Bakula. Are you Rikering?
I'm gonna try Riker.
He's right. He's Rikering.
There we go.
Riker.
So, I actually like this. This is kind of a casual vibe for it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
So, and that's I'm waiting for the inevitable crossover between Strange New Worlds and Enterprise, because many of the same people are alive, and they can do it, and I want to see that, and they've hinted at it.
But Mike,
That's what I've been waiting for the whole time.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're all Rikering.
we're all Rikering right
We're
now.
all Rikering. That's fantastic.
We're all right. Riker.
Yeah, set damn straight. We're all
Can I?
Rikering.
So I do want to get to a little bit. This has been a fantastic episode. I love it. But I know I have a couple of announcements. But first, can we do the third big Christian Cortez reveal?
Yes.
Is it time?
Yeah.
You
I made
ready?
a movie, guys.
Hold on. We sell these at the Stash, and if you come visit us, I'll be happy to sell you one. Written and directed by Kevin Smith. So Kevin Smith and Jay Muse own this store, and you can buy merch for both of them. But I love that event. Written and directed by Christian Cortez. I think we're gonna have to make a new line. Add a little bit to the inventory.
I love it. Hold
Yeah,
on,
I
see.
do.
They probably can.
Heck on.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Christian
I want it
Cortez.
to look exactly like this too. It's like plastered over it. I love this. So I made a movie, guys. I made a short film with some really good buddies of mine called Just Desserts. It is a dark comedy. I'll explain a little bit more after we watch the trailer. But here it is, folks. This is the trailer for my short film, Just Desserts. Hope you
Hit
guys
it.
enjoy.
Now, buddy guy, I'm gonna be real with yous. I really enjoy doing this shit. I do whatever's necessary to get whatever information I need through, fun ways.
Is this real life?
Is this just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide.
No escape from reality.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm up on Uncle Alvy's lap, eh? How'd you know it was me?
Who else in Jersey loves doing this mafioso movie bullshit? Plus, I would recognize that foul smell of Frito chips from anywhere.
Foul? Fritos are fucking delicious.
A man of culture.
Oh my god, kill me.
I guarantee you we're gonna have a lot of fun. Well, maybe me more than you, huh?
That was my thank you guys. Yeah,
I love the
Love that.
title. I
Thank you.
love the title. That's
that
awesome.
so that film is what happens when you and a bunch of friends are hanging out after another film shoot, just joking, just hanging out, just shooting the shit, and we were just tossing scenarios for probably a next project back and forth, and that just happened to just come out of a natural conversation of like, oh, what would happen if the someone whose job is to extract information from someone started kind of befriending one of the people he's getting information from. And then my buddy Darian wrote a draft of the script. And then
Would that be like the reverse Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah,
Something like that?
it's a weird film, but it's so much fun. My buddy Darian, shout out to my buddy Darian Prezioso, who was my co-writer. He did the first draft, and then we rewrote it together to add some of the Cortez magic, which means my level of corny jokes and annoyingness. But this was like the first time I directed a really big project with like a lot of people on
Wow.
set. It was like it
How
was
many
such a
shoot days?
wonderful experience.
How
We
many
had
shoot days?
3 days of shooting.
Okay.
We shot up in northern New Jersey at my friend Nate's property. We rented RVs to
That's
to,
awesome.
like
Oh,
camp
damn.
people. It was honestly like it'll go down as like one of the top 5 moments of my life until I
That
make
is
that
That's
dope.
awesome.
a real
And you did all the
movie.
music.
Well, Dad did the music for that
Okay.
trailer. That's my dad's song "True Believer" featured in Clips 3, y'all.
That's fantastic. You know what? The only criticism I have for that, it needs 100% more Mike Zapsik.
Hey kids, I'm in this movie too. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Fuck.
Aw.
But no, what's really funny though is that all of these characters that we created in this world, we've all joked like we've had so much fun with them that we're doing more with them. Like we just
You
shot
should.
another short film featuring one of the characters that's in this, and it's just something where it's like this will probably end up being something that'll be referenced even in the
That's awesome.
feature.
Was it the guy with the bullet hole in his head? That was-
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And wait, isn't it just been accepted to a festival?
yeah,
that
we
can
just got a
see?
first festival submission and acceptance.
And
So
where is that? And where can people see it?
that will be playing October 14th in Sparta, New Jersey at the New Jersey Mystery and Crime Film Festival.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
Mystery and Crime Film Festival.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's very
So-
appropriate.
That's
yeah,
and it's very
awesome.
specific.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys, if you want to go see it and you're in Jersey and you have some time, that'll be the
That's
premiere
awesome.
date. But if you
Ooh,
want,
I like that.
What? Let's add.
No, hold on.
Wait, this
Right down below,
right down below.
Kyle's.
There should be a Mike Zapsik post credit.
That would be awesome. I'll just go out there and do like my impersonation of. I'll do my Christopher Walken for you, and it'll just be great.
Can we just make the end credit scene a promo for Strange New Worlds? You want to
Sure,
be like, hey,
why
I'm
not?
Michael Zapsik. I have nothing to do with this movie, but I just
But I
wanted
wanted
to tell
to
you
say
to
this
watch.
in Christopher Walken's voice. How great I think that Strange New Worlds is.
I will totally do that. I don't. My producers who are probably watching. You guys have no choice in the matter. We're making the Zapsik cut.
Sorry, boys and girls.
But yeah, no.
That's
It was
great.
a
That's
fun team
fantastic.
effort. Shout out to my whole team. My buddy Ryan C. Scott, Samantha, Nathan Finks, Darren Prezioso. We're so many people, so many amazing people who brought their A game for a very, very ridiculous script. But it was so much fun, and I cannot wait to show y'all. It's going to be a good time. We're waiting to hear back for other festivals, and yeah, that's Just Desserts. If you want to find more information about what's going on with the film, well, guess what, kids? We got an Instagram page for Just Desserts, Just Desserts _short film. So if you want to go follow for any more updates, any more festival updates, we're going to be posting some fun behind the scenes there. Crew spotlights. We had 22 people on that set.
Damn.
So we have a lot of people
Wow.
to shout out. So if you want to follow that page, go right ahead because we'll be posting all our behind the scenes there,
Cool.
as well as I said, festival announcements and finally a date when we release the whole movie. Because one of the cool things about this, at the end of the process, once we're done with our festival run, is we are actually going to release a making of Just Desserts pack that not only includes the film, but basically includes the film school. It's like, you want to make a movie? Here's how we did it.
Cool. That's
So, yeah.
nice. A little how-to.
Exactly. So, yeah, guys, that's Just Desserts. I was so excited to show you that. Thank you, guys. Thank you again.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes,
you are
very good.
you are actually the embodiment of
What this guy preaches.
exactly
You have no
going out there and
like,
creating and making it happen. And I mean, you know what? Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm a little bit psychic.
yeah.
I know you're gonna hit it.
Oh,
You're
thanks.
gonna hit it. But
And
even
we'll
if
still
you-
do this show.
even if you
I'll be on
didn't-
set. I'll just bring
Oh.
on. I'll be like, "Yo, Cavill, come here. We gotta be on live from the Secret Stash."
But even for
You're
even
still
for
gonna do
those
that?
of us
Absolutely.
who do stuff but never hit, I mean, still the very fact that you put it out there in the universe has made the world a better place.
Yes.
You know, and fed the good part of the soul of the universe. So thank you for that. And
Oh, don't
I just
fucking make me
cannot-
cry on
cannot
air.
wait to see
You guys.
this. Cannot wait to see this.
Wow, that was kind of aggro.
Thank you.
Damn.
No, I appreciate that.
Seriously.
Not like Kevin, especially my journey as an artist and a filmmaker, means so much to me. Like I joked before, but the truth is like if you had told me 5 years ago that this is what I'd be doing, I would have laughed at face. But like, it's so true because it is so simple to support an artist in their journey, and it's literally just as simple as go do it, go pursue it, go try it, and who cares if it works or not? Like, it's to be able to say that you know what, I made a movie with some of my best friends,
Yeah.
and it's now in a festival somewhere,
Mhm.
which some people don't even get to say that, and the fact that I even get to say that, I'm very,
Pretty
very grateful.
awesome, right?
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
grateful. So. Pick up Kevin's biography at Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's-
yeah. If you
Well,
can-
later.
if you can, yeah, we're waiting to get some.
You guys are out.
It's shooting
for those of you who've read
talk,
Tough Shit,
It's out of print. It's
Really?
keep your
for now.
hands on it. Yeah, it's out of print. We are like desperately seeking copies. I managed to snag a few.
And Josh,
the
this
holiday
is not
season, but-
posturing. This
yeah.
is called Rikering, and we are Rikering.
Yeah, this is a very specific thing.
Seriously, yeah. Come on, Josh. That's why you have to go back and watch the whole thing.
Hey,
So-
Mike, I know this has been a very like Christian heavy
Centric.
thing.
It's been a Christian-centric
and
episode.
I appreciate that. Let
course.
me spotlight myself.
well, shit, yeah.
But there's a certain segment we got to do for you.
Yes. Well, not for me. It's for
Well, for all of us.
all of
It's for
us.
all of.
Because
It's
there's
for
there's definitely a
all of
book
us.
in here that I'm picking up today.
Well, it should be one.
Oh
too.
yeah. Okay.
Mike, I think it's time for top 5.
It-
All right, Michael Zapsik, tell us what you got this week.
I got some great shit this week, is what I got. I have from our friend Philip Kennedy Johnson, Nick Klein, and Matthew Wilson, Hulk, the Incredible Hulk #3. This is coming on the heels of the Donny Cates Incredible Hulk
Mhm.
and the Immortal Hulk by Al Ewing. This is
Ooh.
a fantastic comic book. I love the
It couldn't
Oh
be
my
more closed. Who
Yes.
the hell is that?
somebody who's a bunch of dicks. Hi, how you doing?
Suits in the making.
Yeah,
Go away.
go away, young suits. This gorgeous. This takes terror onto a new level. Look at that.
Ah,
Yeah, seriously.
okay.
This
Maybe
is
they heard that great music by Shane and his friends.
Yeah.
Top 5, and they wanted to come in and just it looks so good.
His music has that effect on people.
Yeah.
That looks like a crazy comic
it's-
book.
does,
and
it
it
does.
is incredibly insane. And this is the Hulk you love.
Mm.
Not
Not the one I hate.
No, he's savage, just a tiny bit smart, and he'll fuck up your day. So
Puny God.
yes, that's what I love about my Incredible Hulk.
What we got next?
Next up is Ms. Marvel, the New Mutant.
Miss Marvel.
Yes, Ms. Marvel. She's back from the dead, folks. You didn't think that she was gonna stay in the ground, did you?
Nobody dies permanently in comic books.
Not in Marvel comics, at any rate. So Kamala Khan is back, and turns out she's a mutant. Yeah, she's not just an inhuman; she's also a mutant. So the Terrigen Mists unlock her powers, but they would have something else would have unlocked when she hit puberty, which she did when the Terrigen Mists hit. So she is both an inhuman and a mutant, and
That's
because
cool.
she's a mutant, she was allowed to be revived because mutants do that now. Not
Oh,
anymore,
'cause
but
you
they
know.
used to.
They what on the
On the island of Krakoa.
Krakoa, yeah.
Krakoa, they could bring you back.
The
and
coolest name
she
ever.
is, yeah, pretty cool. But this is actually really cool. And for anyone who's been reading the X titles for the past month and a half, you know that the Hellfire Gala really messed up the status quo for mutant kind. Orcus is now in control of the world for the most part, and Kamala Khan has been tasked by the X-Men to spy on them. So And this is Volley for Serve. We got Ms. Marvel back, and just in time for the Marvels movie.
We got 2 questions that I actually think are interesting for
Yes.
this comic. Is this a tie-in for the TV show as well? Because isn't that something in the new show that she's also
No, this isn't a tie-in for the show, but when they do the Marvels as a
movie?
This will probably
Tie into that as well.
Especially
then-
since Marvel now owns the X-Men
Okay.
rights again. So
And then an actual question from Engelbert Humperdinck.
okay,
Curious, what character has remained dead the longest in comic books?
that would be Captain Marvel himself. Marvel.
The the British one?
No, that's Mr. That's Miracle Man.
Oh, Miracle Man.
You're thinking Captain Marvel, the blonde-haired guy with the red. He had the mega bands.
Okay.
He's been dead the longest. So he died in 1986, and they haven't brought him back yet. Although you could also argue that Bucky was dead for the longest, or Uncle Ben never really came back. So Uncle Ben, and if he did come back, then there would be no need for Spider-Man anymore. So that would completely fuck up his origin.
Big time. I don't want to talk about that.
Let's
I don't
not.
like that at all.
We're gonna cry for that.
All right. What
Here
do
we
got
go.
next?
Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War.
That looks like a thick book.
This
dude.
is
Oh,
a thick ass book.
damn.
Oh my god.
Looks like a double issue. Dude.
I
It's-
thought you were talking about Catwoman for a second.
No, Catwoman ain't looking thick at all. In this one, if you take a look. So Batman, after the night terrors, he needed a little rest. So
He's in a little bat nap.
he needed a bat nap. He was unconscious for 8 weeks.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So while he was asleep, some stuff was going down in Gotham, and Selena Kyle. This is spoilerific, so if you haven't read this yet, I'm about to spoil your day. So I'm giving you a chance to stop.
So just give
stop
him
this.
give him 5 seconds. Ready?
All right. So anyway,
There you go.
so if you're still watching, want to be spoiled. So
Mhm.
Selena Kyle has put together. She's grabbed all the henchmen from the Penguin, from Mr. Freeze, the Riddler, Joker, everybody, Clayface, all of these guys who were the henchmen, and she's empowered them. She's teaching them how to become elite cat burglars, the elite thieves. So this way, there's no real organized crime in Gotham except what she puts out there. And the only people that are getting robbed are the people who can afford to be robbed.
So Catwoman is making her own
It's
kitten
just like a
minions.
Yes,
Robin
not
Hood.
kitten.
It's like a Robin Hood of Gotham or something.
Sort
like
of,
that,
yes.
yeah?
She's taking all the violent crime
And
away
making-
from the criminals and turning them into something a little bit better.
So she's trying to help in a very Catwoman way.
Yes.
Ah, okay, I like it.
So do I. And so do a lot of Batman's allies. They're like, well, only the rich are getting stooped here. So
They don't really see a problem.
yeah, they don't. There's not a whole lot of problems, but Batman doesn't. He doesn't think
Does Lex get robbed?
that would be great. I'm sure that they would move on to.
That'd be a great heist. That'd be a great heist. I
um,
like that. I like the premise of that book.
But
So do I,
can
but
see that
Batman-
doesn't see the gray area.
No,
It's
no.
very black or white.
He is
Yeah.
black or white.
You're
It's
a
either
punk
crime or it's
ball
good.
you're a criminal. Yeah.
Either you're a criminal or you're a good guy, and the lines are drawn here. So, and that was it's actually really really well done.
Is this still one of those? Is because they've always toyed with Batman and Catwoman loving each other. And
They
stuff
do. Batman
This
and
is
Catwoman.
still
They know each other's secret identities and they have a sit down, and she lays out her case,
Ooh.
and he is not having none of it.
Mm.
And she's also brings in all of his Bat family, so
Wow.
everyone's in here.
Really?
Engelbert. Yeah, that's really. I dig it. Engelbert says, like, nobody would care if Oprah lost flat screen or Bill Gates got carjacked.
Although
That's so
I think that the
fucked up.
carjacking
I
is
think,
what they're
yeah,
trying to avoid.
The carjacking is a little fucked.
Yeah,
but yeah, you're right. I wouldn't give a shit if Oprah lost a flat screen.
I wouldn't give a shit if Bill Gates got shot in the foot. Is not for me.
God.
Well, I'm not saying that anybody should,
No.
but I'm just saying
We're not
I,
advocating.
No, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that's
But
just
then-
the way he phrased it.
I'm
was
surprised.
fucking
Like
great.
I'm surprised we're not like right now. It's like
Wait, no,
he
that's
fucked
not
us
what
over.
we meant.
Not what we're talking about, Bill. I don't want any violence against you whatsoever.
Now this next book,
This intrigued you.
this
This
sounds
is an homage.
awesome.
Cover art's by Walt Simonson. This is it's an homage to his Thor cover. Is actually Beta Ray Bill, Beta Ray Bill and Thor cover. But this is it's called The Plot Holes. And the plot holes are a team who go into books and they stamp out the plot holes that are inherent in them. And they go and they chop out, they edit, if you will, because that's what this lady, her name is Ed, short for editor. So she goes in and she cuts parts of the book that don't need to be there. And there's a whole bunch of different characters. There's Johnny Manga, like right on the name. Johnny Manga he looks like a character from manga. Okay. And he's got the big ass eyes, and he's the team mechanic, pilot, wheelman. He's got Gundam style, is what they're saying. There's Kevin.
Who looks like
Kevin who looks like Calvin.
Hey, looks like a
He's a comic strip character, age 8, but acts like an angry 65-year-old. Lost his stuffed polar bear as a kid, never got over it. So yeah, he's definitely Calvin. And then there's Roar. He's a shape-shifting barbarian from a fantasy novel.
So this covers like all the bases of like
Yes.
stereotypical
Everything.
characters you would find.
There's Ed.
Yes.
She's the team leader. She's a 64-year-old editor. She goes in and she acts like Tommy Lee Jones. And she sort of looks like Michelle Pfeiffer. And then there's the new character, Cliff Inklewitz. That's his,
Suits, you play this right. This is like your next Men in Black. Like, this sounds so dope.
We like this.
we do. This is, it's dorky and it's not edgy and it's so on the nose, but I dig it. It's so much fun.
So you recommend that all of our reservists put that on their list?
I recommend that all the time. That's what our top 5 is all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the big one.
This one.
This one is The Devil's Cut. Or The Devil's Due. No, this is The Devil's Cut. It's from Distillery.
Why is this book special?
This book is
Ooh.
special because it's huge, but it's also got a story in here.
A friend of ours.
Mark Bernardin.
There he is.
I tried to get this for our signing, but I couldn't get it early.
I thought you were going to drive to the warehouse.
I was
break
gonna
and
do it.
steal.
That's
the box
exactly
We
stuff.
were
what
plotting the
Can I
heist.
talk a little bit about this?
Sure.
First of all,
And our friend James Tynan the fourth.
I'll cop to humiliating my husband in public when we went out to Dallas for the Diamond Retailers Summit. They were flashing this on screen during the dinner hour, and we're all eating rubber chicken, trying to stay awake. And I see the artwork coming up on the screen, and all of a sudden I'm like, "Whoa, that's actually pretty cool." And I'm kind of half listening, and they're like, "Blah blah 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 blah," and then all of a sudden I start tuning in. I'm like, "Oh damn, that kind of sounds pretty cool." And then Mark Bernardin's name flashes across the screen, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Mark!" And he looked.
I'm
just like
so
he looked
glad
at me
I was
like
not
that.
wearing headphones, Jules.
And I jumped up, and he's like, "Oh, for God's sake!"
Yeah,
sit
you're gonna
down."
see
And
a
I'm
bunch
just
of
like,
people.
Oh my God! Yeah. So get this. So it's creator-owned. Creators own their work and a piece of distillery itself. So they bring it. So
Yep.
fuck the suits. We're doing our own shit.
It's exactly it.
Premium, oversized, limited edition single issues, limited edition merch, physical and digital. Listen to some of these founding creators, and I promise I won't scream anymore. Mirka Andolfo,
Andolfo.
Brian Azzarello, Mark Bernardin, Elsa Chartier,
Sure. Yeah.
Becky Cloonan,
Yep.
Lee Garbet,
Garbett.
Jock, Joel Jones,
Yep.
Tula Lote,
Yep.
Jamie McKelvey,
McKelvey.
Junko Mizuno,
Yep.
Stephanie Phillips, Scott Snyder, James Tinian IV, and
Tynan.
Ram V.
James Tynan.
Tynan.
So a whole bunch of
Tinian.
comic
I don't think
heavyweights.
I pronounced their name the right way.
Because it was jumped up. And yes, Yes, Engelbert. Yes, he acts like me. Kevin acts like me.
But it's great. It is so cool. This is a great book, and we have a lot of them. We bought a lot of them, and we will sell out quickly.
Oh,
So,
you don't get it.
come in
And
and see us.
if you don't get it, this is gonna sell out in a heartbeat because it's amazing.
I love everything about this.
Yeah.
I love how a bunch of comic book creators got together to make a company that's literal mission was just fuck the suits.
Yeah, totally.
That's amazing.
Actually, they
Right?
did that in the past. It was called CrossGen, and they said fuck the suits on that one too. But they were like they went loco with their money. They were like spending. They
weren't
spending.
doing
Yeah,
smart.
No,
I
they
do
weren't.
remember. Yeah, I do.
And what's that gonna run? Mark, this is $9.99. This is $10.
That's
So
a $10 book.
that's
yeah,
a
but it's
$10 book.
beautiful
But
$10 book. Totally worth
you
it.
get 1, 2, 3, 4,
11
5, 6,
stories.
11 stories.
by the creator.
Yep.
Gorgeous artwork.
Christopher Hewitt wants to know.
And this is look at this cover. This is Francesco Francavilla.
Who did
When the
artwork for
Zaptic
Secret
cookbook
Stash
coming
Press.
out.
Oh,
We're working on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it. Can I just do a couple more? Because
Sure.
we are actually overtime now. So
Oh,
just
we're in
real quick.
overtime. Good
So
deal.
I just want to thank everyone again who came out to the August 12th event with Heroes for Causes and the
Yes.
American Cancer Society. We had such a great day. Everyone who was here on behalf of Heroes for Causes and the Cancer Society, they were just delightful, and we were so happy to have them here. Everyone was so welcoming and warm when they came in to meet them. They raised money for children with cancer and childhood illnesses. It was just a great day. We were happy to be a part of it. Just got a couple of lovely thank you notes from people, but we feel like we need to thank them again for doing the work that they do. So thank you everybody for supporting that event and coming out. Thank you everybody who came out last Saturday to hang out with Mark Bernardin, who was actually here. He took 3 hours out of his packed schedule. He was out here on the East Coast to come to the stash and hang out and sign and meet people. And I know people were lined out he was supposed to be here at noon. They were out the door at 10:30 in the morning. They were lined out waiting for him to come in because they wanted to have time to talk to him and hang out with him. So thanks to him for being here. Thanks to everyone who came out to support Mark. We are working on a couple of dates. It's getting to the holiday season. It's a little harder to schedule folks towards the end of the year, but we are working on a couple more things. So stay tuned about that.
Engelbert was out there, and so was Chrissy Weidman.
Oh,
So
during
yes.
the August 12th event. Yeah,
Yep.
because they were in town for shooting Clerks, right?
Yes.
So
So
they were
thank
here
you
for
both
that.
for
Absolutely.
being a part of that.
Absolutely. That was great.
Mark
and
was
by the way,
amazing.
Have you read Chrissy's book yet?
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
you did.
It's adorable. It is
fucking
absolutely
amazing.
adorable.
It is a great
Yeah,
book.
you're
It's a
really
great book.
cursing like me now. It's amazing.
Talk
I
like
love.
this all the time. It's
I
like
know,
you
but-
never know me
but
before,
like,
yes.
it's up today. I
No.
love
You know what? But yeah,
She's
you are.
She's got a beautiful command for dialogue. She really does.
She does.
And not only like character to character, but internal dialogue too, which is actually a little bit harder, I find, to have a knack for. So good for you, Chrissy. Again, another person who's out there doing it, just making it happen. And Engelbert Humperdinck for all of his help as well. It's
Yes.
wonderful work. But yeah, no, so thanks everybody for coming out and supporting. It has been a hell of a lot of fun this year so far, with more to come. Just letting everyone know who's a subscriber, who is part of Kev's Comics Club, you probably know. But we will be getting issue 8, and that'll be going out in mid-September as soon as Kevin has a chance. He's a busy guy, but he will be signing. He makes time to sign the exclusive covers to send out to subscribers to have here in the store. And Quick Stops is started back up on November 22nd. It'll be in stores. So everyone who's subscribed to Quick Stops will start getting their issues as soon as we have them in and the exclusive covers signed. And
I think that's November, right?
it's November 22nd. Yeah, issue number 5 hits the stores. And
Or volume 2, issue 1. Because why the hell not? Let's do another.
we
issue
could call
1.
it volume 2, issue 1. Yes,
I
we
believe
could.
that's what they're calling
And
it.
actually, it's interesting because they're focusing on the backstory of movie.
Yes.
So, and all the characters associated with
I'm
movie.
so hyped for that book.
So it's going
Josh,
to be, yeah.
I'm gonna
it's
tell
pretty
Josh
interesting.
Mundal, you give me a call tomorrow and we will talk. I'll throw it in your box. If you want me to throw it in your box,
Absolutely.
throw it in your box. Because
Absolutely.
you get 15% off because you're
A reservist.
a reservist here at Jay and
And
Silent
we
Bob
give
Secret Stash.
15% off reservists. But
Everything.
welcome to all the new reservists. We've processed
Yes.
probably another 50 reservists recently. and we couldn't be happier. And we'll take 50 more. So anybody who lives out of town, does not have a local, we believe in supporting your local
Support your
comic book
local
shop.
comic
If you
shop.
have a local comic book shop,
Yeah,
go
but when
and
you
ask
don't
about
have
their
one,
reservist program. But if you don't have one,
That's
or
what
if it's
we.
more
That's where we
expensive
come in.
for you to drive like
Yeah.
50 miles, and 50 miles back to pick up your books, or if you just love the stash and want to be part of the stash family even more, hit us up. Send us an email. Go online at thesecretstashonline.com. Hit the reservist tab.
Hit it.
Go and read about how to contact us to get an invitation. Join us. We just sent out a bunch of books today, right?
We did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We just sent out our August books today to everyone that we mailed. So you can join us there. Don't forget to check out Smudcastle, our beautiful
Sister company.
up in Atlantic Highlands. They have got a bunch of amazing shows. Now, the good news, bad news on that is a bunch of those amazing shows are already sold out. They're like super popular. However, there are a bunch of shows that just got posted that our tickets are still available. So if you're going to be in the area, or if you want to take a ride and have a hell of a good time, there's a bunch of stuff at smudcastlecinemas.com. Right?
Yes.
One question. We
Yes.
find out from Christian.
Yes.
Do we know if the Justin Long Tusk screening is
Yeah,
sold out?
sold out.
Sold out.
It is,
Okay.
but here's the kicker. And
Here's the kicker.
Here's something that you should do regardless. Go hang out in the World of Kevin Smith Facebook group, because sometimes it happens for
Yes.
every show we have.
That's true.
Someone will cancel.
Yes.
So
it
be
comes
on the
up.
lookout, because
Yep.
there's usually a chance to find a ticket or
Yeah.
two
Someone's
That's
got.
true.
between the events.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
usually the person that posts about that is Jen Kaminsky.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
be on the
That's
lookout for that. So
Yeah,
if,
check out
if
Jen-
there's,
Yeah. Follow Kaminsky because she's
she'll
like
tell.
she'll
practically
she'll
our-
rat you out. No, I'm kidding. Jen's awesome.
Yeah,
Yep, yeah.
But just monitor those groups. If there's even a slight chance for
Yeah.
a ticket, that's where you'll find it.
And what about Joey Lauren Adams for the Chasing
Sold
Amy?
out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
I already checked on that. The only thing that I saw that there were tickets left still, because it just went up, is the doubleheader for, oh gosh, I told you my brain is like mush. Christian, if you can pull it up, it's a doubleheader. It is
Strange
after-
New Worlds and
no.
It's Shrek and Nutty Professor.
No, well, Kevin's doing a lot of Watch with Kevs. It's the Wrong Reasons. The Wrong
And Hollywood
Reasons
Babylon?
and
Hollywood Babylon.
Now, I don't even know. I didn't check
Very
this
few.
morning. I checked last night, and we still had a few tickets. We're still a few tickets
It's
available. for
going
that.
quick. Hollywood
But
Babylon
it
is a
Hollywood Babylon always sells out.
People
so
want
not
that
sold out
show.
yet. It will be soon.
and you'll see me there because I love watching Ralph.
Absolutely. Yep. Ralph
That's the
and
man.
Kevin on stage are just fucking gold. And at the end of at the end of next month, we're still in August for a couple more days. At the end of September, on September 27th, Kevin is going to be joining Bodner's auction.
Yes.
And he will be auctioning off some of his personal comic art collection. That is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are like, Bodner, where have I heard that name? The Bodner family has been an auction house for years, and they participated in Comic Book Men.
Yes, they were.
Did, what was it called?
They did the Gary Kahn.
Gary
over.
Conover. Yeah, the Gary Conover.
The Gary
So
Kahn
that's how we
over.
met, and the relationship with them. Joe and his staff are excellent, and
They're
this
very
artwork
good.
that Kevin's willing to part with is ridiculous. So you should definitely look up for more information. I think Kevin posted about it, and I think you reposted something
Yep.
about it. Yeah. You can follow Bodner's auction on Facebook. I believe they have some information up about it too,
Mhm.
and we'll be posting about it more as we get closer to the date. So that's something. And then Kevin's having a whole auction, right, dedicated to memorabilia, one-of-a-kind items, and that's December 2nd. So, and that's live in person, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
some
up
of
at
the stuff that they're
Smudcastle.
giving away on that, giving away, auctioning off with that is crazy.
Yeah. I can't
Like,
even imagine.
Do you know how often sometimes I'm in the booth and I just want to be like, oh, I'll bid. Like
can.
I
You
want.
bid. I sent him off to a show,
Can't
and
do
I'm like, now when Kevin gets up on stage, the man is fucking like he's got like Professor X mind control. Like people they lose their shit, right? I'm like, you keep it together. I don't want to come home with armfuls of shit, that you've bought. He bought something.
Yeah, but these motherfuckers, they drive the prices up so quickly, and then the ballpark price that I'm like, could afford that, and I want to bid on it, and then someone's like $400. I'm like, well,
Thanks a lot, Belly.
Thanks. And then the one thing I wanted, Ming fucking gets.
Was it that
It
tiny?
was the jacket. I thought it was cool.
It was such a.
It was tiny. I wasn't gonna
it would've-
wear it.
It would have been like a beer coat for you.
Yeah, I did that.
And I saw Ming wearing it, and I'm like, you look like such a little girl. I was like, oh my God.
He did.
I was like, oh my God. Seriously, he looked like he was in a manga. Like,
Did I
holy
miss
shit.
anything bad?
No, I think
No,
that's
you
really
didn't.
it.
No,
Everything-
and by the
Oh,
way-
highlights?
We
Good.
do have a. I was asked to promote this. We do have a live comedy show taping. That's going to be on the 9th at Smodcastle for Lori Palmentary. So if you guys want to be a
great.
part of Smodcastle's first, technically second, comedy show recording, because I did the first,
Mhm.
you can buy tickets. That'll be on Saturday, September 9th.
Okay, cool. And she, oh my God, she writes for Gutfeld. Gutfeld's right there. Gutfeld.
Oh, shit. Well, then, yeah, more reason to go check it out.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, that's really about it.
Oh, yeah, he's a
Think we done?
newscaster.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Because my back is screaming right now.
I know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
seriously.
I know.
We're Rikering,
How
but
did Riker do
Yeah.
it? Like, is Riker like this?
Riker
no, he's,
didn't do
he's
it
a fucking hunchback now. He's like,
Riker didn't do it for more than 15
I know.
minutes.
All right.
All right, y'all.
yes, Joshua. Josh, it's, yes, Greg Gutfeld.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys again for watching another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. It has always been it is always a pleasure to bring you such entertainment every Wednesday evening. Thank you guys
We're
again.
almost- yeah, you know,
Yeah.
whenever we
Yeah,
feel like
seriously,
it,
you're,
basically.
Whenever
you're
we feel
all
like
hunched
it.
over like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Well, because now I'm relaxed. But
All right, good enough.
It's not his hair weighing him down anymore.
I know.
it's not the hair. It's great.
Bye, everybody.
it.
Have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a good Labor Day weekend.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I assure you that we're open shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken.